The Ease of Paying Taxes Act. For generations, they've been both a civic duty and for many a source of frustration. Across the Philippines, millions of taxpayers, business owners, employees, freelancers, and self-employed individuals have long grappled with a system backed down by lengthy queues, convoluted paperwork, and unclear regulations. But the tide is turning. To modernize and simplify the Philippine tax system, President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. has signed on Republic Act No. 11976, also known as the Ease of Paying Taxes Act, EOPT law, into law on January 5, 2024. Published in the official gazette just days later. This pivotal legislation was enacted with the full support of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The EOPT Act builds on previous reforms like the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises Create Act and the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Train Act, ushering in a new era of streamlined tax administration aimed at enhancing revenue collection while making compliance easier for everyone. By addressing long-standing challenges, the EOPT Act transformed paying taxes from a dreaded chore into a process that's efficient, transparent, and stress-free. Join us as we explore this groundbreaking law and how it's reshaping the Philippine tax landscape for the better. Segment 1. Key features of the Ease of Paying Taxes Act. So what exactly does the Ease of Paying Taxes Act do? Let's break down its specific tax updates and explore how they reshape the tax experience for millions of Filipinos. First, the law simplifies the classification of taxpayers.
Ayon sa batas ng Ease of Paying Taxes Act as implemented by Revenue Regulations No. 8-2024, nagkaroon ng bagong taxpayer classification which are as follows.
Ang bagong classification para sa mga taxpayers. First is micro-taxpayers. Sila yung mga businesses na ang gross sales for the taxable year ay hindi umaabot sa 3 million pesos. Usually, percentage taxpayers sila dahil hindi pa sila nakaabot sa VAT threshold na 3 million pesos. Small taxpayers. Para naman sa small taxpayers, pwedeng VAT registered na sila kasi ang gross sales nila ay more than 3 million pero less than 20 million pesos. Medium taxpayers. Ito yung mga businesses na may gross sales na umaabot ng 20 million pero less than 1 billion pesos. And last is large taxpayers. Sila naman yung mga usually hinhandle na ng large taxpayer service ng BIR dahil umaabot na sa 1 billion or more ang kanilang gross sales. Take note na net of VAT ang basis ng gross sales at hindi kasama ang ibang deductions tulad ng cost of sales at cost of services. Halimbawa, may isang tailoring shop registered under Barangay Micro Business Enterprise na may accumulated gross sales from cash sales and sales on account amounting to 245,000. For BIR tax purposes, ang taxpayer classification ng tailoring shop ay micro-taxpayer dahil ang total sales ng taxpayer ay not more than 3 million pesos. Next example naman ay may isang catering business na sa third quarter pa lang ng taon ay meron na itong total gross sales na 2.5 million pesos. Sa ganitong case, i-advise ng BIR na mag-update na ng registration for VAT dahil mataas ang chance na mahihit na ang 3 million pesos na VAT threshold during the year. For purposes of classification, micro-taxpayer pa din ang catering business during the third quarter pero magiging small taxpayer na ito kapag naging more than 3 million na ang gross sales during the year.
Mahalagang regular na subaybayan ng mga businesses ang kanilang gross sales upang masigurong naaayon ang kanilang taxpayer classification alinsunod sa Ease of Paying Taxes Act at para maiwasan ang anumang compliance issues. Sa susunod na video, pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa quick refund at ibang mahalagang percentages na dapat malaman ng bawat taxpayer.